Hello, T-Bird fans, and welcome back to another great episode here of our Coaches Show. Once again, we have back with us Coach Ben MacArthur and Coach Connor Schmidt. It's great to have you back, gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And, well, last time we talked a little bit about the Truckee game, a little preseason. We just had another game against Gillette. Tell us a little bit about that. Tell us the good, the bad, and, well, what can be improved.
All right, here we go. You got the good, Connor.
All right, so home game against Gillette. On Monday, first day of classes, it was good to have a lot of support out there, free hot dogs for the students, so that gets everyone out there in a good mood. We ended up winning 8-1. We thought it was a good result. All our goals came from the run of play, so we like that. We're not relying on set pieces for goals, so kind of a lot of different people are scoring. And again, we just really like our depth, our fitness, and we can rely and trust on a big part of our roster to produce for us and give us goals.
Yeah, for sure. Against Gillette, obviously we want to eat ice cream and we want the cherry too, and sometimes that doesn't work like that. And so, we were able to score 8 goals, but we still gave up a goal. And so I would consider that, the kind of the bad. Like, obviously we hate giving up goals, and we've kind of talked about having a full game of 90 minutes, right? We want a 90-minute game, not 89 minutes, not 85 minutes, just a full 90-minute game. And so we gave up a goal against Truckee. We turned around and give up a goal against Gillette. And so we want to continue to push for that improvement of playing a full 90-minute game. Like Connor said, the good was, a lot of guys got on the score sheet. The ball's buzzing around the field, and that's always fun to watch, fun to coach. And then the really ugly part is, it's been a while since I've played against a team with an offside trap, and Gillette played an offside trap against us, and it kind of caught us a little off guard, and so it took us some time to adapt, to that. And but overall, it was a great game, great performance from our guys, and definitely a step in the right direction for us.
Were there any players or moments that kind of stood out to you?
Issa Bramble scores 2 goals in 3 minutes in the first half. And he's such an electric player. And so we've been kind of waiting for him to click, so to speak, right? And he clicked in that game against Gillette and scored 2 really good goals against Gillette. And so that was awesome to see, get Issa up and running. And then, again, our guy, Hawkins Sweeney, right? And so, he starts the second half and scores a goal 3 minutes into the second half. And it was an individual, pressing effort. Again, just hard work and grit from Hawkins. He's able to knock the ball in. So, yeah, I love that from the guys.
Okay. I think I stood out to you.
Yeah, so again, Yuto Hatayama, another 2 goals. He's just been completely on fire. But then again, Cole Venable providing an assist with them. And then Akeem Soleimana adding to the tally with an assist and a goal as well. So just with our front group, we're able just to get different mixtures of forwards out there and see which group can produce the best for us and which group works the best together. So yeah, those guys really stood out to us.
And taking a step back, we had Truckee last week, we had Gillette. What improvement did you see from the first game to the second game?
I think the ball moved pretty good. We talked about those transition moments last week in this coaches show. That transition from offense to defense and defense to offense. Our transition against Gillette was really good from offense to defense, right? So when we lose the ball, what is our reaction in those first 5 to 7 seconds? What does that look like from our players? And we loved their reaction. We watched film with them yesterday. We loved their reaction that they showed. Those immediately after we lose the ball, that transition.
Awesome. And so you win 8-1, and you talked a little bit about playing a full 90 minutes, but when you're up that high, what's kind of the mindset? You're probably thinking, okay, we want to maybe take a step off the gas, or what's the mindset?
I think I'm glad you brought it up, because I've had this discussion with my players, right? And so, it's college soccer, and we want to put together a full game, and we don't really care about the score, right? And so we want it to be just a full, complete game. And so it's tough then, like I said, I think I hinted at it last week. We have a net 1 and a 1B, right? Like, we've got 2 full rosters of 11 guys that can play. We got 26 guys on the team this year, and every single one of them, are unbelievable players, unbelievable people as well. But, so like we want our guys to go and just when it's their time on the field, like, give us your best effort. So regardless if you're starting or coming off the bench, we don't care what the score is, just give us your best effort. Now, obviously, we factor in, like, we don't want any injuries, right? And so normally when a game's like that, sometimes, the other team can become real frustrated and start kind of headhunting your guys. And so we got to just be aware of that. And so, so avoiding injuries, in a game like that is huge for us. And then just continuing to get guys to go. Like, we want to go 90 miles an hour for 90 minutes, so.
And I think the other half of that is the mentality thing of it. Because if you get up to by 2 goals and you say, okay, we can take a break now, it's really easy for that other team to then come back into the game. So we just tell our guys, hey, listen, don't give the team any chance to get back into it. And then if you're not starting, we hope that you're hungry to go out there and prove why you should be a starter. So our guys have really bought into that, and they seem to get the message, and everyone's on board with what we're trying to preach to them.
I'm hoping the T-Bird fans see that as well. We have a 6-1 against Truckee and 8-1 against Gillette. Now moving forward, we have 2 games on the road this week, so that should be a whole different mentality or a different scenario here. But what's the preparation looking like for this week?
I think, we purposely schedule some tough road games. And so we go on the road to play Central Community College out of Columbus, Nebraska on Friday. And then we play Iowa Lakes, which is a top and JUCO Division II team on Saturday. And so those games, those back-to-back games mimic what we see in region play, right? So when we get into region games here in a couple weeks, we play Friday, we play Saturday, and then a week later we play Friday, we play Saturday, right? And so we get into that rhythm here in the mid-September into October where we play Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday. So this weekend trip is to let our guys feel what it's like to play back-to-back games, and so in Columbus, Central's a good team. They always finish in the top half of their region. They're very competitive. And Iowa Lakes has been to the national tournament. Very, very well coached team in Iowa Lakes. They're going to be a really good test. So, so again, it's kind of premeditated. Let's go on the road, test ourselves on the road, feel what it's like to play these back-to-back games, because we're gonna need that experience, in a few weeks.
So let's talk about this Columbus game first a little bit and say, so it should be a good test, but what are you looking to see, or what's the preparation there? What are you planning for them?
So, I mean, we just keep preaching to our guys that we need to focus on us, because all the teams are going to try and disrupt us. They're going to be coming after us. So as long as we play our game how we want to, we feel like we could get a result anywhere we go, and especially at home. But again, it's the mentality thing of just being on the road. Sometimes it can be really hard to be on the bus for hours at a time, and even if you have to travel the morning you play, then it can be tough to get your body adjusted to be ready for that high-level competition. So we're just trying to get those guys to kind of knock off that rust of road games, away trips, being on the bus, not really having an ideal game day experience, and then coming out, getting a result, being prepared, and then the next day ready to go again.
And then I guess Iowa Lakes, is there anything in particular that you've seen out of them lately that
Iowa Lakes
concern them?
Iowa Lakes is coached by a good friend of mine, Ben McCrae. I've known Ben for 12 or 13 years now, and so he's back in my old stomping grounds where I used to coach in Iowa, and so I've known Ben a long time. He runs a very good program, and so we want to go give them a game, get a result, have an opportunity for us to get a positive result against a good team on the road on the back-to-back. His team, same thing. They went from Division I to Division II JUCO. There was a massive nationwide shuffle, the past year or so, where a lot of teams were shifting from Division I, Division II to Division III and JUCO, and there's a big shuffle. So Iowa Lakes was a top Division I team that is now a Division II team, and so they are title national championship contenders, for Division II and junior college Division II soccer, and so that's going to be a really good game. We're looking forward to going and playing against somebody that's going to be aggressive and press us and put our back line under pressure, and make us better, right? Give us a good challenge. And so we are looking forward to that. But we gotta take care of business Friday first.
Absolutely, as we said in the last coach show, right? One game at a time.
One game at a time.
Don't even talk about Iowa Lakes until right after the Columbus, the Central
right.
Community College game. All right, well, gentlemen, thank you again for coming here and giving us a little preview about this week's upcoming games. And unfortunately, we don't have any home games this week, but stay tuned and we'll make sure
we'll be back in a couple weeks though.
A couple of weeks, we'll be back and lots of home games to come. Hope to see you then.
Thanks.
Thank you.